This is not a good angle, but I just wanted to come on really quickly because I've just done my first Zwift race in ages, and I was just so bad. Like, do you know when, I don't know, do you know when you feel like you've built your fitness up and then you're doing races and you feel strong? And then for the last God knows how many months, I've not really done any specific, let me sit down, any specific training. I've just been kind of riding as and when I've wanted, and then you come to a race again and you're like, oh my God, it's just really frustrating. God, but I just feel gross. Look at this, oh my God, it's like a bird's nest. What? Oh, right, anyway, I think I'm gonna go and get a shower and catch up with you tomorrow. Getting the shoes on. Good morning. I want to chat to you this morning about the race and stuff last night because, to be honest, I just felt really deflated. I think deflated is the word because, I don't know, it's just not disheartening, what's the word? It's just frustrating, I guess, when you've been at a certain level of fitness and then it just drops off. And I don't want to come on here and be all like, oh, what, FDP, and because no one cares. Nobody cares. I'm not a pro. No one cares about my FDP and my numbers and stuff like that. I don't really. But I think it's more the frustration of feeling at a certain level of fitness and then letting it drop off. But I feel like that is the case with so many of us right now, in lockdown, in winter, that is just the case. And I think I need to tell myself that. But it is hard to get back into the training. So basically, I've not done any set training for about probably over 3 months. And the reason for that is, one, I just couldn't be arsed, to be honest. I was doing half-arsed efforts and stuff. I was like, do you know what? I think it's because I didn't have anything set in the diary of something that I wanted to do or train for. And I think that's a huge motivator for me. If I know I've got something coming up, I'm like, no, I want to do it for that, but I didn't. So I was just like, oh, what's the point? As I think a lot of us have done. And so I was just riding my bike. I wasn't necessarily doing anything set. I was just kind of riding as and when I wanted. I mean, have a look at my Strava. I've not really done that much. So today is my first day training. So I just wanted to document it. And just if you're feeling a bit lousy, because I think the starting of it is the hardest bit. And just to link back to a very brief story, when I gained all that weight, as you've seen probably in my other videos, before that I'd always been an all right runner. I was a fit runner. So I was doing 10Ks, I would do half marathons. It wasn't I wouldn't really necessarily need to train to do it. I could just do one. If there was one at the weekend, oh yeah, I'll do that. If it was last minute, I was just fit enough to do it. Then I gained the weight. I couldn't run as well. And then I remember when I got back from Australia, long story short, when I started trying to, because I couldn't run when I was that heavy, it was just painful. I hurt my back and it was just not good. And I remember I couldn't even run 5K. And for me, that was it was just so bad. It was just so disheartening. I was like, God, I was so frustrated with myself because I used to, I ran a London Marathon. So from going to be able to run a marathon easily, it wasn't a hard, I loved that day, the London Marathon day, to then not being able to run 5K because I'd put weight on, and God, it was just, it was really hard. And I wish there was a picture of me where I'm big and I've got this big t-shirt on because I was just so, I don't know, I just felt so uncomfortable, and the run was really hard. It was a park run actually, and I cannot find the picture. I think actually I just deleted it because I was just so mortified that I looked so unfit. However, that's taught me that, and I can run all right now. I'm not fast or anything, but I can run. And I think for me, it's teaching me that you have to, sorry, that I'm squeaking, the shorts on the saddle are squeaking. For me, it's you've just got to start back. And I think I have to tell myself that, and appreciate the fact that everything is not static forever. Fitness changes, weight changes, and just to accept that. And I think the the sooner you can accept that, the less pain or the less discomfort or the less frustration you're going to feel. And that's the thing for me now. I'm like, even though I was frustrated last night with that race, it's when I'm like, well, I'll just start training again. It's like, it does just dip, you just peaks and troughs. So, and I was actually chatting to my coach, Mark, who I'm actually going to have a quick call with after, so I'll film that. I was asking him about it, and he's like, you've only had like 3 months off and you'll get that fitness back a lot quicker than you think. So, and then he was just saying that everyone's in the same boat, like no one's got anything to train for, they didn't have anything to train for, so we're all in it together. So I'm going to start off. So today I've got a VO2 max boost, which is not going to be fun. Basically this is to kind of raise the ceiling of my watt range, and then it kind of pushes everything else up. But I'll get Mark to chat more about it, but I am just raring and ready to go.
Ah, there you are.
That's a bit. I've not trained for 3 months. What can I do? What is that the same for everyone, you think? Or like, what is the, I mean, how do you approach it? I guess you see it all the time that people's fitness changes over the year, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And when you get back into training, it feels horrible. It feels really clunky, and you feel stale, and you feel like you've gone back to square one. But the good thing with you is that you've not been sat on the couch for 3 months. You've been riding consistently, you've been racing, so you still have that aerobic engine established. You've still retained a little bit of top end through the racing. And now we just need to fine tune that again. We need to bring back the structure, give you some intervals to work to, because as we've discussed before, we're trying the reverse periodization approach with you, so that the closer you're going to get to your target events, the more specific the training will become to your particular type of event. So that's why we're giving you the horrible vomit-inducing intervals.
They're horrible.
Oh,
I hate them.
Pretty much, yes.
But it's
you're doing them properly then.
Yeah, but then like you said before, you'd said that once you've had that like base of fitness, it is easy to get back up. Even though I'm feeling rubbish now, it won't take me. How long would you say that it would take for me to get kind of similar, I guess, feeling of like, I mean, I'm not going to feel amazing in a month, but how long do you think it takes to get kind of back into it? Do you think it's like the first month is the toughest, and then?
Yeah, totally. So you're going to feel that staleness for a week or two, and then the training adaptations, they kind of are delayed by about 4 weeks. So you'll start to feel the strength coming back after 4 weeks of structured training.
Perfect.
And then it'll feel like you've never been away. You'll start flying again. So expect to feel clunky for a couple of weeks, and then you'll start to feel a lot stronger after 4.
Ace, perfect. And have you got any other tips for people if they've like let their fitness slide, I guess, in lockdown, or like is there anything that you would recommend for people to do apart from like just starting training? Yeah,
perseverance and consistency.
Yeah.
You need to. It is unpleasant when you get back into riding. Sometimes it can break a lot of people because you think, I've just lost all that fitness and it's all gone and it's not worth doing again. But honestly, it comes back so much quicker than starting from scratch. So persevere with it, remain consistent, enjoy the process, and you'll get back up to speed in no time.
You're a good one to me. But I'll leave your details and stuff if anyone wants to that's my little in the description box. But yeah, if anyone wants to get in touch with you, you can give them some brutal intervals just like I've had today. All right, thank you so much. You're a good one.
No problem.
I'll let you go back to your digging.
Take care.
Thanks, Mark. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. I just want to add actually before I finish this video that I am very fortunate and very lucky that over like this whole lockdown thing, I guess the only thing that's really like suffered for me personally is, I say suffered loosely because it's not suffering, is that I've lost a bit of fitness. And I know that there are people who are in much worse situations having a really tough time of it, and I don't ever want to think that I'm just like, oh, like woe is me, like, oh, she's lost a bit of fitness. Like, I don't, but I guess because my channel is cycling, that's kind of the stuff that I concentrate on and talk about. But I don't ever think for a minute like that, oh, like poor me in lockdown, like I've lost watts. Like I get the bigger picture, and like this is like not even on a scale of any of that, but I still like sharing my cycling journey and the ups and the downs. I think a lot of you have probably felt the same in lockdown, that you've not ridden as much or you've not really felt like doing as much, and obviously with winter now. But yeah, maybe I'll take you along. If you want more videos on training, let me know. If you want any more, if you want to do like a Q&A with Mark, I'm sure I'd be more than happy to do that. Farewell, goodbye, see you later. Sorry, can you hear my saddle squeaking? Oh, let's start this again, Jesus.